Welcome, everybody. I'm Alesa Loftus, and this is Jimmy Ratliff, and we're here from Dynamic Independence. And right today, we are going to dive right into independent living movement and what it means, where it came from, and why it all started.
Right. So thanks, Lisa. The movement for IL is not just about ramps and elevators um, and accessibility into buildings. It's about people having uh, dignity and autonomy and the right to live on their own terms, even if they have disability. People with disabilities are not asking for pity or to be seen as heroes. Uh, we're just asking for equal access, equal opportunity, and respect, just like everyone else.
Absolutely. And for decades, people with disabilities were excluded from schools, workplaces, and public life. Many were institutionalized or isolated, and the assumption wasn't that we couldn't contribute.
And it really began with this type of change with the disability rights movement in the 1960s and on into the 70s. And one of the most important milestones is the Rehabilitation Act of 1973, specifically Section 504, which prohibited discrimination in any programs that receive federal funding.
Absolutely. And this was the first time the law recognized that people with disabilities had civil rights. It laid the groundwork for the Americans with Disabilities Act, the ADA, in 1990.
Yeah, before those laws came into effect, children with disabilities were often denied public education. Uh, the Individuals with Disabilities Act, or the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, I'll get it out
Right.
there in a minute, or IDEA, changed that, ensuring the right for a free, appropriate education in the least restrictive environment for students, regardless of disability.
Right, and that meant that students with disabilities can learn alongside their peers with the supports they need, and it's not just about academics. Students can now participate in sports, clubs, and extracurriculars, which are vital for growth and inclusion.
Right. So the living movement was founded on the idea that people with disabilities are the best experts on their own needs, and they don't need to be taken care of. Uh, they just need access, opportunity, and choice.
As Ed Roberts, one of the founders of the movement, said, "We are not a problem to be solved. We are people who want to live our lives."
Right. And independent living centers like ours here at Dynamic Independence, uh, exist to support that type of vision through advocacy. We can help advocate for an individual. We can help individuals learn how to advocate for themselves too when they're in a situation where we may not be able to be right by their side. We also offer things like peer support, independent living skills training, and even more. So,
Right. Let's be clear, people with disabilities, they don't want to be pitied. We're not inspirational just because we exist. We're certainly not incapable.
right. So let's talk about some incredible individuals who have kind of shattered the stereotypes of people with disabilities not being able to be independent or lead very productive lives. People like Stephen Hawking, who was a world-renowned physicist who lived with ALS and transformed our understanding of the universe, so black hole theories and things of that nature. Marley Malton, who is an individual who is deaf, won an Academy Award. He continues to advocate for accessibility in the media. Haben Girma, the first deafblind graduate of Harvard Law School, and they're a fierce advocate for disability justice. And then Simone Biles, who has ADHD and has spoken openly about her disability and continues to dominate in the world of gymnastics.
Absolutely. These individuals didn't just succeed despite their disabilities, they succeeded with them, using their unique perspectives and their strengths.
Right. Well, as always, as we bring this to a close, we'd love to hear from our folks that are out there watching. So be sure to drop questions in the comments, whether it's about disability rights or the independent living movement, or how you can be a better ally and support individuals with disabilities, even if you don't have a disability.
Right.
If you do have a disability and you need assistance, be sure to come and see us here at Dynamic Independence, 1110 Southeast Frank Phillips Boulevard in Bartlesville, 918-335-1314. And you can always join us here on Facebook. Make sure that you ask questions on our page or send us a message. We'd be happy to engage with you help find supports that you need if you need them, or even for your family member who might need supports. So
Right.
that's
And
what we're here for.
we want to thank you for joining us today. The independent living movement is about freedom, as is our 4th of July celebration that we're all going to have tomorrow.
That's right.
It's also about equality and the right to live fully, something that our great men and women in the armed forces
Yes.
have fought and died for many, many years.
That's right.
So we're proud to be a part of that work. And we also want to remind you that we now have our newsletter.
Yes, digital
out.
newsletter. Yes.
There are links in our previous video, and also I believe Jimmie will put those
Yes, we'll
in
put
the
those
days,
in the comments down below.
and also a link to our survey, so you can let us know what you'd like to hear more about, what subjects we can possibly enlighten you about.
Absolutely. And we want everybody to remember that disability is not a tragedy. Exclusion is. So let's keep building a better world where everyone belongs.
Right. Thank you, and have a great weekend and a safe 4th of July.